just let it go. And oftentimes we're lazy. It seems to stand in my way. 'Cause no one, no, not no one likes to be let down. I know she loves the sunrise, no longer sees it with her sleeping eyes. And I know that when she said she's gonna try, well, it might not work because of other ties. And I know she usually has some other ties. And I wouldn't wanna break them, I wouldn't wanna break them. Maybe she'll help me to untie this, but until then, well, I'm gonna have to lie to her. It seems to me that maybe it pretty much always means no. So don't tell me, you might just let it go. And oftentimes we're lazy. It seems to stand in my way. 'Cause no one, no, not no one likes to be let down.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another season of Lincoln Potters Baseball. I am Mark the Phantom Lowe. We are at McBean Stadium. It is the Potters and the Novato Knicks, the first of a three-game series. We got baseball here at McBean. Along with me, of course, is Riley the engineer. Stones McCoy lurking somewhere in the background, so we will bring you the pictures and the accounts of this one and 33 home games throughout the season. Then hopefully we have some playoffs. We have the West Coast World Series. We got all kinds of stuff, but it starts today with the Potters taking on the Novato Knicks and their general manager Ryan Cooney, who's a very nice fellow and came up and said hello and everything. And we like Ryan from last year, but that's neither here nor there. We do have apologies to give right up, mea culpa right off the bat. Riley the engineer is, he's been a little off on his game lately because he's, going through some heartbreak and everything. So we did have a problem with the Eli Garcia show, which we recorded earlier, and when we went back to listen to it, it wasn't there. So we're wondering what happened. Rosemary Woods might have been involved. If you're old enough to remember that name, we don't know the culprit, but we're going to say, Eli, we'll do better for you, and next Saturday we will bring you the Eli Garcia show. So that's out of the way. Let's get to the ball game. Jake Morrell, the left-hander, going to start for the Potters. He's out of American River College, out of Rockland, California, and he will face a lineup of Novato Knicks, those pesky Novato Knicks. We will take a look at the lineup for the Knicks here as Riley the engineer just making things happen left and right. Caleb Ford going to start him off at shortstop. Ruiz in center field. Evan Mertz. Vinny Lencioni in the cleanup spot. Braden Coletto at first base. Nazario O'Rourke and Weston Meyer rounds it out. The pitcher today for the Novato Knicks is Jake Turk out of Cal State San Marcos. Thank you for that, Riley the engineer. That is the offensive alignment for the Novato Knicks, and we'll get the defensive alignment for the Potters just a little bit later. We don't want to put too much on Riley's plate right away. Of course, the great Willie Preston up here in the booth. He is running the PA and doing a great job already. We've got a capacity crowd out here, folks. It is amazing. It is electric out here. People all over the place, fans just happy to get back. We've got a lot of new features that we'll update you around about the park as we go on tonight and in the days to come. We've got the new VIP, the new improved VIP section down the right field line. We've got different places for all of our favorite vendors, all kinds of stuff going on. But let's get started with some baseball. Caleb Ford, the shortstop, will start us off when we're ready to start the 2025 season. Here's Jake Morrell's first pitch. It is a strike, and we are underway. Caleb Ford out of Cal State Monterey Bay leads it off. Adrian Ruiz and Evan Mertz to follow. Great night for baseball out here. And as we said already, a great crowd. Morrell delivers outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Great to see some familiar faces. Great to see a lot of new faces and a lot of kids out here checking out the Potters for maybe the first time as they prepare to take on these Novato Knicks. Breaking ball for Morrell, and it catches the corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Caleb Ford, the shortstop. Willie Preston he's already done like 3 years worth of work, and we've only been going for 1 batter. He's already got the, is it the Dueling Dogs this year, Willie? Who is it? It's the Dueling Dogs batter of the game. He's already picked him out. That's the batter that if he strikes out, then everybody in the building gets to go get Dueling Dogs for half price. So that's something you got to have right away. You can have their lineups and everything and all that stuff. Sure, batting averages, whatever, but you got to have the Dueling Dog batter. And Morrell delivers high with a fastball, 2 balls and 2 strikes, coming up there at about 88 miles an hour if I'm looking over at TrackMan. And that's a story right there because we've got interns, of course. Last year with a big story, our intern rankings that we had each and every day. Breaking ball swung on, fouled at the plate, and our catcher, Mr. Chang, could not hold on to it. That is Aiden Chang behind the plate. So Caleb Ford will live another pitch anyway. Morrell works out of the stretch. The delivery is hit sharply but fouled down the third base line, and we'll go again 2-2. Anyway, last year, and I don't remember the final rankings last year. I think it might have been a 5-way tie. But one of the guys who I know was in there is his name was Carson last year. Now he is not an intern anymore. He is back. So good news for all the Carson fans, all the Carson maniacs out there. Sharp grounder out to shortstop. That's Winters. Kenneth Winters at short over to first for the first out of the game. Ford is retired. Adrian Ruiz will be the hitter. And if we can, Riley, can we put up that defensive alignment for your Lincoln Potters? Aiden Diome at third. Mr. Winters, as we've just witnessed at shortstop. Cal Elvis is at second. Ty McGraw is at first. Aiden Chang behind the plate. Jake Lavin, Ty Russell, and Brian Williams Jr., the outfield for the Lincoln Potters. Adrian Ruiz, the center fielder, coming up to the plate. He's out of the College of Marin. We're in number 2. Snappy uniforms for the Knicks. Would you say that's gray with red on it there, Riley? I think that's probably what it is. Nice breaking ball by Jake Morrell. Anyway, getting back to the Carson Maniacs. Carson is back. I don't know that he's eligible to be on the top of the intern rankings because he's now an IC. He's an intern coordinator. He has been promoted. In the intern world, that's huge. You go from intern to intern coordinator to intern director, and then you're like king of all interns. So there's a very descriptive path that you have to follow, and he has taken the first step, or actually the second step on that ladder. So Carson is the IC, the intern coordinator. I don't know who he's actually coordinating. He has one intern up here, which is the aforementioned Lucas, who has entered into the fray out of Grand Canyon University, the Antelopes. And so Lucas is now working. He's working the pitch track or whatever you call it. Is that okay? So we got TrackMan and pitch track. Is that what it is? Point streak. Okay, okay. You know, these kids today, I don't know. So Lucas is working the point streak. Lucas is a regular intern. The intern coordinator is working the TrackMan. Line drive right field. That'll get down for a base hit for Adrian Ruiz. First hit of the game. Williams scoops it up in right field, returns it in. And Ruiz with the single with one out is at first with Evan Mertz coming to the plate.
Now batting for the Knicks, number 31.
Evan out of Sonoma State University. They used to be the Cossacks. I don't know if they are still. I think they might be the Seawolves now, which is even better. Cossacks is good, but Seawolves might be better, Riley. I don't know how you feel about that. Ruiz leading at first base. Morrell to the plate. Mertz takes breaking ball, and he takes it high for a ball. Vinny Lencioni on deck for the Novato Knicks. So also Elena, who came in very high in the rankings last year, she is back on the field as an intern, but she is an intern coordinator also. So the rankings will be very murky this year. We've got to meet regular interns. I meant Brandon, who's out of Coastal Carolina and looks like an offensive lineman, but I was informed he was a catcher. So he is also an intern down there. He brought the couch up that we put the couple of ticket holders who get upgraded from the down the lines right behind home plate. They put him on the couch right beneath us, and he was just carried the couch with one hand by himself, which, you know, pretty good. Nice looking fastball from Morrell on the outside corner for a strike, 1-2. Also before the game, heard that a big donation for the city of Lincoln to help us get a new scoreboard here at McBean Stadium, and so everybody was very happy about that. And I thought the city manager said it best when he said, that's fouled off. He said, sometimes I come out here to watch the game and I can't tell who's winning and who's losing. And you don't really want to have that for the fans in the building. So, he then he kind of nervous chuckle. But still, you don't want to have that. So thanks to the city council, or the city of Lincoln, who's obviously done a lot to help the Potters. And also William Jessup plays their home games here as well. So that's a big deal for them as they move into D2. Morrell to the plate. Hit sharply back up the middle. That'll get into center field for a base hit. Ty Russell will scoop it up, but we've got consecutive singles with one out here for the Knicks in the first inning, and Vinny Lencioni, the left fielder, comes to the plate. Also from Sonoma State University, Mr. Lencioni, a right-handed hitter, playing left field for the Knicks tonight. And they've got something going here. Top of the first inning. Capacity crowd just kind of settling in, and they've got to try to find the new place. Some of the vendors have moved around. There goes the runners on the breaking ball, and they're going to throw it to second base, and that one will get through into center field. And the double steal is successful, and a throwing error by the catcher will allow the first run of the game to score. Ruiz will score. Going all the way to third is Mertz. So a very effective double steal. They went for the second runner. I don't know that they had a chance at him at second base, but the throw underneath the glove of Cal Elvis. And the Knicks are up. There's a foul ball off the bat of Lencioni. Max Shabastari on deck, the second baseman, but the Knicks have scored first here. This capacity crowd. Kind of bummed at this latest development, but a lot of them still trying to find their seats, and so it's okay. Outside with Morrell's breaking ball. They've moved. One thing I will mention, down the third base line, they had the bounce houses, the kids' bounce houses out there behind the dugout, and they've moved those all the way down the left field line. Fastball misses inside. Out almost even with the fence in left field, and so that's cleared out that area and a couple more stands there. They've moved Bill in the hot dog stand, which used to be right out our door, and now that is right behind the dugout. So that's a great place to go check out. There's 3 or 4 stands of food stands there. Ground ball sharply out to shortstop. Winters again with the ball. He's going to have to go to first. He gets him in first. The RBI ground up for Lencioni. Second run for the Knicks, and they lead it 2-0 here in the top of the first inning. Max Shabastari will be the hitter. Kenneth Winters is out of Lincoln, California, which is right here, by the way. He's had a couple of assists here already in the first inning with the bases empty and 2 runs in. The fastball is high to Shabastari. Max also from Sonoma State University, sensing kind of a theme here. Sonoma State and the College of Marin, very prevalent in the roster of the Nevada Knicks out of Marin County. Nice breaking pitch, catches the outside corner. 1-1 on Max. Braden Coletto, the first baseman, on deck in case Max reignites a rally here for the Knicks, who've already scored twice in the top of the first. There's another good breaking pitch in there for a strike. Morrell showing a good breaking ball here in the first inning. Couple of base hits and an excellently executed double steal by the Knicks. Check swing, did he go? They're going to ask, and he did not. As we asked the umpire down the first base line, he said, I'm glad to be included. I'm happy to be asked, but no, he did not go. Jake Morrell from Roosevelt, listed at William Jessup University, popped up on the infield, called it first base by Ty McGraw. In fair territory, he'll make the catch for the third out. So 2 runs on 2 hits. We go to the bottom of inning number 1. Knicks 2, Beavers. Potters coming to bat. Oh, man.
This job is Esplanade, Turkey Creek, phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so meeting the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment. Know that for the next 100 years that people are going to enjoy what we've created here today.
Back here for the bottom of inning number 1. Potter's coming to the plate, and Jake Turk from Cal State San Marcos on the mound for the Knicks. He has a 2-0 lead, but he will face this lineup of Lincoln Potters. Ty Russell is starting us off the DH, that's Tristan Russell. Aiden Diome, the third baseman. Ty McGraw, your first baseman. Aiden Chang behind the plate. Jake Lavin in left. Brian Williams in right. Ty Russell, Kenny Winters, and Cal Elvis rounds out the lineup for the Potters. Thanks, Riley the engineer, for that info. And here's Tristan Russell, the DH. Tristan out of Cypress, Texas, and the University of Houston. Finished up his freshman year out there, and he'll take a strike from Jake Turk. He'll be followed by Aiden Diome and Ty McGraw for the Potters. Chopper up the middle. That'll get into center field, a base hit. So Tristan starts out his Potters career with a solid single up the middle to center field. First hit of the game for the Potters. It'll bring up Aiden Diome, the third baseman, out of Roseville and the University of Arizona. That's where he's headed. He's just finished his high school career, headed off to Arizona. 6'3" and 200 for Aiden Diome, so good frame. Russell leads at first base. Turk delivers down low for a ball. If we can, Riley, let's look at the defensive alignment for the Knicks here. Lencioni in left, Ruiz and O'Rourke in the outfield. Nazario at third, Caleb Ford. Charlie Malton at second base, Braden Coletto at first. Russell's going the throw to second base on a hop and not in time, and Russell has the stolen base. Pitch is a ball, so it's 2-0 on Diome. Russell now in scoring position and a pretty good lead out at second base. Turk delivers a ground ball into the hole. Nice play by the first baseman. Flips it to the pitcher just in time. Beautiful play by Coletto at first base and flipped it to Turk covering for the out as Russell moves over to third. That one headed for right field until Coletto with the dive. Braden out of Mendocino College helping out his pitcher here, and one out recorded in the bottom of the first. Over to third is Tristan Russell and Ty McGraw. The first baseman will be the hitter. Ty out of Gardendale, Alabama, and Troy University. Left-handed hitter takes the fastball and he takes it outside. Knicks leading at 2-0. We're in the bottom of inning number one from a looks to be sold out McBean Stadium. We do have fireworks tonight, which adds to the fun. McGraw takes a fastball. That misses outside. So you put the opening night, a lot of excitement, a lot of movement here with the VIP. The Kiln area is improved down there. We've got all kinds of new vendors and stuff like that. So a lot of excitement plus fireworks. It's going to be a great night. 2-0 pitch catches the corners, 2-1. Chopper, slow chopper down the first base line, handled by the pitcher. He'll run to first and get the out on McGraw. The run will score. Russell comes across the plate. It's a one unassisted play, which is odd, but McGraw will get the run batted in, and it's a 2-1 score, and Aiden Chang, the catcher, will be the hitter. Out of Roseville, California, and headed to Mount Marty University here on my sheet. I want to check that. He hits a ground ball in right field, and that one is flagged by the second baseman. The throw to first is wild. It'll come all the way back to the backstop, and going to second base will be Aiden Chang. He'll get an infield single and go to second on the air by the second baseman, who made a tremendous stop. That's Sebastieri out there. He made a great dive to his left, got up, tried to throw almost on the run, and hit a moving target at first, couldn't do it. So Chang with the hit, second for the Potters, the error the first. It'll bring up Jake Lavin, the left fielder. Jake out of Laguna Beach, California, and UC Berkeley, headed there. Just completing his freshman year over there. Left-handed hitter against the right-hander Turk, who's got a bunch of grounders to the right side so far. And he delivers one right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Brian Williams Jr., the right fielder, on deck. for the Potters, who've scored once here in the bottom of the first to cut the lead in half. The Knicks on top 2-1, and they have, to the Potters, a runner out at second base. Wind blowing from right to left tonight. There's a chopper right back to the mound. A high chopper handled by Turk to first for the out. A bunch of high choppers that inning. The Potters do get a run. We'll go to the second. They trail it 2-1.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of Five Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Out $100 bills, and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. And I buy the bar double.
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest-running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not one but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today. Or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn.
Top of inning number 2. Potters trail at 2-1. Jake Morrell back on the mound. He'll face Braden Coletto, then Benny Nazario and Nicholas O'Rourke in the second inning for the Knicks. His breaking ball is down low to Coletto, who has a good defensive play to his credit already. Braden out of Mendocino College, as we mentioned earlier, when he made that fine stab of a ground ball to the right side. Swings and misses at the good fastball from Morrell. Right up there, about 86 miles an hour, according to the track man that I see. That's the intern coordinator, Carson, is manning over there. Chopper out towards second base. That's going to be a tough play for Elvis. He's got it over to first, and he got him by a step. Good play, Cal Elvis at second base to get Coletto by a step. A lot of high bouncers so far on both sides, and one out here in the second. And Benny Nazario, the third baseman, will be the hitter. Nazario out of Chaminade University, which in the old days used to be in Hawaii. I think it still might be. And he's up here with a 1 out. Jake's curveball outside for a ball, 1-0. A lot of good new Potters merchandise. I always love to see the new merch. Got some nice hats. Got a nice hat myself. Stone's got it for me yesterday. He's not wearing his, though, so I can't tell you what's on it. It's a variation of the peacock, which I should mention. I don't think I mentioned Piper the Peacock is here. If fans, if you're home and you wonder, hey, why didn't you say anything about Piper? Piper is here. He got a new, he does have a new outfit. We saw him yesterday here for Fan Fest, swinging a miss, and he kind of dissed Stones McCoy. He kind of like left him hanging. Stones wanted to give him knucks, and Piper said, no, man, I'm not into that. So Stones should not have gone to Matt Lundgren and complained, but he did. The little blooper down the first base line. McGraw's going to play it on a hop. It spins toward first base. Ty played that one perfectly. It spun toward first base. He just followed it and made the play himself. So 3 unassisted on the putout, and Nicholas O'Rourke will be the hitter. And we have our first Dueling Dogs batter of the season. Nicholas O'Rourke coming out of Los Medanos College. If he strikes out, it's half off Dueling Dogs for a capacity crowd, and hopefully they will go down to the Brick and Barrel backyard down the first baseline, which is the only foodstuff or drink place down the first baseline. You want to go down the third baseline or behind us and get served up all kinds of an array of beverages and foods, but down the first baseline, the Brick and Barrel backyard. Fastball, nice pitch by Morrell, but he misses inside, so it's 1-1 on Nicholas O'Rourke. Weston Meyer, the catcher, number 9 hitter in the on-deck circle, but it's all about O'Rourke here. We have some thirsty fans out there that would like to be the beneficiaries of a strikeout here. Lifts that one foul down the first base line, out of play. You can always tell the players are on the side of the fans when there's a foul ball on the Dueling Dogs batter. They don't even go after it. They want to give them a chance to strike out. That's caring about your community, ladies and gentlemen. 2/3 of the way there to the half off Dueling Dogs. Morrell tried to get it for the fans, threw that one hard but inside at 87 from Jake, and it evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mark the Phantom Low here with you, along with Riley the engineer. Stones McCoy lurking somewhere behind us. Breaking ball swung on and missed, and everybody goes and drinks for 50% off. 1-2-3 in the second for the Knicks. We go to the bottom. Inning number 2. Potters trail at 2-1.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
President of Classic Association Realtors, a store, conference facilities, an amazing team helps keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and give back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need. The thing I love about the PR committees is they all work towards the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area. I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Welcome back. Bottom of the second inning. Potters trailed this one 2-1. Jake Turkout taking his warm-up tosses, a little bit delayed because we had our first of the season, our race in the middle of the second inning where Piper races all the kids, this time from the Scorpions team, Little League team, and all the Scorpions, of course, beat Piper. Piper didn't look like he was tired or anything. He just looked like he didn't know what he was doing out there. He was like wandering around talking to the shortstop and just not really putting together the best effort. I'm a little bit disappointed, but credit to the Scorpions for really making things happen. While we have a chance, I want to shout out the Me One Foundation. This is Strikeout Cancer Night here out at the ballpark, and the Me One Foundation is all about having it be Me One and Cancer Zero. Over 2,600 individuals supported to date. More than 200 volunteers give their time annually, and you can help by contacting Erica Pope to learn more about how your generosity can impact the lives of adult cancer patients and their loved ones. Erica at me-onefoundation.org. First pitch is hit deep to center field. What a play in center field by Ruiz. pull it down, and Williams is retired. Brian Williams Jr. gave it a ride, but Adrian Ruiz out in center field, a tremendous catch running away from home plate for the first out of the inning. Again, Erica at me-1foundation.org to get in touch with Erica Pope and see how you can help with the Me One Foundation. And we thank them for being out here today. So Williams is retired, a loud out, and here's Tyler Russell. Tyler takes a strike. He is the center fielder for the Padres. Tyler out of Queen Creek, Arizona, which is making a run for best hometown so far. It's early, but Queen Creek is pretty good. He takes outside 1-1. Brian Williams Jr., we should say Midwest City, Oklahoma, Dallas Baptist University. Got to give him his due, even though he, hit the first pitch while I was doing a different read, which it was kind of, could have waited one pitch. 2-1 now on Russell. Kenneth Winters, the shortstop, to follow. Then Cal Elvis in the number 9 spot for manager Eli Garcia in his first outing as a Padres skipper, and a swing and a miss. Evens up the count at 2-2. Jake Turk out of Cal State San Marcos, a right-hander, working his second inning, gave up two hits and a run in the bottom of the first. Check swing, and that is barely outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes for Tyler Russell. And that's down in the dirt. So Russell works a base on balls. That's Turk's first allowed today. And with a runner at first and 1 out, Kenneth Winters is the hitter, the shortstop, out of Lincoln, California, and California Baptist University, to distinguish it from Dallas Baptist University. Right here in Lincoln, Mr. Kenneth Winters. Nice reaction from the crowd here for the local product. He takes a strike. Winters check swing. Bounces it down the first baseline. Should mention the coaches for the Beavers. We did mention Eli Garcia, the new manager. Tyler Malone's the assistant coach. Also Casey DeMello, an assistant coach. Pitching coach is Nate Kajowski, and the trainer Cheyenne Varga. And Riley, the engineer, has having his first hot dog of the season. What's the name of the place? Don't point to it. Tell me the name. Okay, I forgot that you put ketchup on your hot dog, and I am just revolted right now. Breaking ball. Nice looking pitch. Called strike 3. First strike out of the game for Jake Turk. And it'll bring Cal Elvis to the plate. Fat Cat. Thank you very much. I just couldn't get the name out there, and then I just wanted to make you tell me. So Fat Cat, which just moved from right outside of our door down the third base line behind the dugout. And Bill was talking to me. He says, I like kind of being by the bathroom. Everybody, that's good foot traffic over there. But his stuff is so great, it doesn't matter. People will find him. Runner's going, and the pitch is going to go all the way back to the backstop, so it'll be a stolen base credited to Tyler Russell. He's in scoring position, and 1-0 on Cal Elvis. Yeah, so you'll find Fat Cat down that third base line right behind the dugout when you come out here. And he has just got tremendous stuff, just tremendous stuff. One ball, no strikes on Cal. Look out, that over by his head. It'll go all the way back to the backstop. That one is a wild pitch, and it moves Russell over to third base. Cal Elvis out of Vacaville. UC San Diego for Cal. 6'1", 195. He's got a runner down at third base. 2 outs here in the bottom of inning number 2. Pops it up right side. Coletto in foul territory by the coach's box will make the catch for the out. So the Beavers get a runner to third, don't score. We go to the third. We are not the Beavers, we're the Potters. Riley, I've got to put money in the jar whenever I do that. Top of the third, Knicks lead at 2-1.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street. Only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Top of the third inning, Weston Meyer will be the first hitter against Jake Morrell. And Riley, we got to come clean. We do a lot of work during the school year for the American River College Beavers. So I get in the habit of calling them the Beavers. Now, I call the Beavers the Potters many times this season. And now I've got to get used to calling them the Potters and not the Beavers. So it's going to be a process. You know, if a good broadcaster wouldn't have that problem. And that explains everything right there. Okay, thank you for agreeing with me. And thank you for having so much ketchup on that hot dog. Meyer, the catcher, takes a strike. It's 0-1. Nice breaking ball in there for a strike. 0-2, Weston from the College of Marin behind the plate. He's followed by Caleb Ford and Adrian Ruiz. Ruiz with a tremendous catch to rob Brian Williams of at least 2 bases, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 if that's possible. In the second inning, that one is high and outside from Jake Morrell, the left-hander. Out of William Jessup University and American River College, coincidentally, which makes it even more difficult when Jake's pitching. But Riley doesn't care. He doesn't care about excuses. He just cares about results. He's not part of that generation. Are you millennial? What are you? He's a Gen Z. At least he knows that. He's barely a Gen Z. Is it between Gen Z and millennial, or is there something else in between that? Okay. That's weird because most people don't know what they are. And when I said that to you, you knew exactly what you were right away. So that's very good. It might be that haircut you got. 2-2. Good-looking pitch. Call strike 3. Second strikeout in a row for Jake Morrell. 86 miles an hour for call strike 3. Caleb Ford, who grounded out to shortstop to start the game, will be the hitter. Caleb out of Cal State Monterey Bay. Hit a ground ball out to Kenneth Winters in the first inning. So he is 0 for 1 so far. Looking for his first hit of the season, but it doesn't sound, it's not as serious as that sounds. It's not like he's been looking for months. 1-0. So Gen Z, I think your dad's probably, he's not a boomer. What's the next one down from boomer? No, he's not a millennial. There's got to be other stuff in there. Gen X, maybe? I don't know. I have to look that up. He could be a boomer. No, I don't think he is. Ground ball out towards shortstop. Not hit very hard. Cut off by the third baseman over to first. Nice play. That was Aiden Diome coming over and cutting in front of Winters. And if he didn't, I think probably Ford would have beat that one out. But Caleb is thrown out by Diome. 2 outs here in the third, and Adrian Ruiz, who has singled and made a great catch so far in this game and also scored a run. So he has been pretty successful so far. Out of the College of Marin, listed as an infielder, but playing some pretty good outfield so far in this one. Morrell's now has retired 5 in a row, and that fastball is on the inside corner for a strike. So to recap, Carson is now an intern coordinator. So is Elena. We've got Lucas from Grand Canyon University. He's running the point streak. Braden, or excuse me, not Braden. I want to call him Braden. I think it's Brandon. Yeah, Brandon from Coastal Carolina is one of our interns. I don't know. We have to check it out and find out some more interns. Good pitch, breaking ball, misses the outside corner. I was hoping he was going to get the call on style points right there. So it's 2-1 now on Adrian Ruiz. Evan Mertz would follow Adrian. Great night for a ball game. Great crowd out here. Swing and a miss. Big cut, big miss. 2-2 on Ruiz. Also, there's a carnival of some sort going on over at McBean Park, just out past the left field foul pole. And they're having a great time over there. That is, Chang thought it was called strike 3, but it was not called strike 3. And half the infield leaves the field, thinking it's strike 3. That never works, by the way. I've seen that a million times. Umpire's not going to go, oh, you guys all thought it was a strike? Okay, let me change that. Let me get back to you guys on that. Full count pitch. Now that is called strike 3, and the first guy that knew it was Adrian Ruiz. 1-2-3 from Morel again in the third. We go to the bottom of the inning. Potters trailing it by 1.
When it comes to your home's maintenance and repairs, Jeffers Resource Group has you covered. Our handyman services offer a comprehensive range of expertise, from minor carpentry to drywall, electrical and flooring for property managers, landlords, and renters alike. We ensure that every job is completed to the highest standards, so you can have peace of mind. Contact us today to discover how Jeffers Resource Group can help keep your home in top shape.
Being a laborer means everything. It was what took care of me when I was growing up. It's what takes care of me now. Because of President Biden and the money he's put into infrastructure, the need for our workforce to expand is out of this world. When our members are able to go to work on these big projects that are funded by economic investments, it means continued growth in their wages, and their pensions, and their health benefits. It means they're going to be able to take care of their families.
Back at McBean Stadium, the Potters trail this one 2-1 to the Novato Knicks. Jake Turk on the mound for his third inning of work. He'll face the top of the order, Tristan Russell, Aiden Diome, and Ty McGraw for the Potters. Russell bounced a single up the middle to open the bottom of the first, later scored on a McGraw groundout. So Tristan is 1 for 1. Takes a breaking pitch, good looking pitch in there for a strike. Out of Cypress, Texas, Tristan Russell. And the University of Houston, and he swings and misses at that one, and quickly Turk is ahead 0-2. Fireworks night tonight. Tomorrow and Monday, both 105 starts. Against the same Novato Knicks, swing and a miss, and that one gets away from the catcher. Picked it up, throws to first, not in time. And the Potters will get a base runner on Russell striking out and making first base. So he is down there with nobody out, and it'll bring up Aiden Diome. The third baseman who grounded out to first base his first time up on a great play by Coletto down at first. Diome out of Roseville, headed to the University of Arizona. Russell takes off. The ball's off the glove of the catcher. And Russell's thinking about third. He's going to third. The throw will be not in time, and Russell is in at third base. Gets the stolen base and goes on the wild pitch to third base. Russell's second stolen base of the game. He is at third base with nobody out. The pitch was inside to Diome, so it's 1 ball and no strikes to Aiden. 6'3" out of Roseville. Hits it right back on the middle. Off the foot of the pitcher, bounces over to third to Nazario. He will not have a play. It's an infield single and an RBI for Diome, and this game is tied at 2-2. First hit, first run batted in for Diome as a Potter, and he's down at first base with nobody out. And Ty McGraw, who grounded out his first time up and scored a run from third. Just a slow bouncer down the first baseline that the pitcher actually intercepted, and Turk went over and tagged the bag himself. So Ty is up here with a runner at first and nobody out. Unearned run for the Potters. McGraw takes it, and it's a good-looking fastball for a strike. Right about 90 miles an hour from Turk, the right-hander from Cal State San Marcos. I do not know what their mascot is, but I do have a computer, a laptop, so I could look it up. It'll take a while, though. Big lead at first base by Diome. He's not going. The pitch is in the dirt. Nice block by Meyer behind the plate to keep Diome at first base and even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Great opening night. There's a throw to first base, and Diome was leaning the wrong way. Almost caught him. The tag over there by Coletto. But Aiden is back. 1-1 to Ty McGraw. Nobody out here in the third. It's an opening night. It's a fireworks night. McGraw pops it up left side. It's going to get out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Fat Cat has moved from inside the gate, go to your left. Now they're down the third baseline. But we do have another, I think it was Flores Treats or something is taken over right there down the stairs from here. So we do have some more choices for you. But if you've ever got Fat Cat before, you want to know where they are when you come in the stadium. That's one of the first things you want to figure out. There goes the runner. The pitch is a check swing, did not go, and he is safe at second base with no throw being made. So McGraw has a runner in scoring position now in a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Make that 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ty from Gardendale, Alabama, Troy University. Finished his freshman season there. Swings and misses. He had him on strikes. Second strikeout for Jake Turk is the first out here in the third, and it'll bring up Aiden Chang, the catcher. Chang with an infield single his first time up, hit into the hole between first and second. It was a great play by Sebasteri to flag it down, but he couldn't throw to first in time to get him. The ball got away, and Chang ended up at second base. Yeah, I got to take a look at this Mount Marty University thing. Down in the dirt for a ball, so quizzical up here in the press box. Even Stones McCoy, who knows everything, has never heard of Mount Marty University. We're going to run it down. There are many, many different schools that have weird names that we don't know about, so Mount Marty University there. That is high for a ball. I'm gonna have to know their mascot. The what? The Lanterns? Oh, Lancers. Oh, I like that. Lanterns I didn't like very much. No, that didn't make sense. I give the Lanterns? No, but the Lancers is good. I like that. Mount St. Marty Lanterns. Write that down. Don't tell me Lucas just knew that, because that would be scary if he just knew that. That's right down the middle for a strike, so it's 3-1 on Aiden. If he knows that one, he should know Cal State San Marcos too. Diome at second base, nobody out. Bottom of inning number 3, we are tied at 2. That is ball 4. So Chang's on for the second time. First and second for the Potters, and bring up Jake Lavin, the left fielder. Jake grounded back to the pitcher his first time up, a big bouncer. We've got a manager coming out for the Knicks, going out to talk to his pitcher, and we've got some activity in the bullpen. First game of the season, you don't want to overthrow your pitcher, obviously, and I would think maybe 50 pitches is what you're looking at with this first pitcher, because you don't know when's the last time they pitched for their school. Jake out of Cal State San Marcos, you don't know when their season ended, when he got to throw, so you don't want to overdo it as he is working in here in the bottom of the third inning. He has just issued his second walk of the game. He has a pair of strikeouts. He's given up 3 hits and 2 runs. Looks like David Skaggs from College of Marin is warming up in the pen for the Knicks as Coach exits the field, and we are ready to go. So Jake Lavin out of Laguna Beach, California. And hits that one down the left field line. Watch out down there. A grassy knoll. They got fans. They got the kids down there. Everything's crazy. They paved a little bit of it down there for a walkway. Lavin's birthday listed in 2005. He is listed as 29 years old on the roster. So that is, I don't even know if that's allowed. I guess that's why he drove the minivan here and got the kids out of there. Okay. He bought the McDonald's package for his own family to come and watch him play. No, I think that's a misprint there. I mean, if you're born in 2005, you're not 20. You know, I don't think. Breaking ball, good-looking pitch from Turk for a strike on the outside corner. It does bring up a whole new set of problems, though. Well, 29-year-old Jake Lavin at the plate. One and two to Jake. That sails back to the backstop, and we're going to have runners moving up to second and third on the wild pitch. So Jake has himself a couple of RBI possibilities out there. Beavers not playing because the Potters are tied at 2 with the Knicks. It's another $1, Riley. I might be able to buy you some hot dogs with ketchup on it with the money I have to put in to the wrong team jar. Inside that, kicks away. Here comes a runner from third on the wild pitch. He will score. So Diome comes in. Going to third is Aiden Chang. Count now running full on Jake Lavin with Brian Williams Jr. to follow. And something tells me that if this may be Jake Turk's last hitter. Hit sharply down the left field line, but foul right at Skaggs down there. So it'll go again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Really a lot of people massed down that left field line now. Got the walkway. You also still got the grassy knoll, and then you got the crazy carnival or whatever going on in the parking lot out there. So that is a high volume area. You want to move your fat cat, move it all the way down there. You get some foot traffic. That's fouled off again. Same general direction, but not as far down the line. So it'll go again 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tomorrow's game 1:05. Monday also at 1:05. Same 2 teams will match up. Potters and the Novato Knicks. That's in the dirt. Good at bat by Lavin. Showing the patience that he's got over those 29 years. That's, working the pitcher for a walk. Gets it full for Brian Williams Jr., who last time hit the ball, I would say conservatively about 350 or 360 feet to center field, but Adrian Ruiz made a tremendous catch running away from home plate to retire Brian. Out of Midwest City, Oklahoma, and Dallas Baptist University. Runner is going. The throw's going to go through to second base. They've got the runner off third now. Running Chang down toward the plate to throw, and did he tag him? He did tag him. I know he had the glove on him. I didn't know if the ball was in the glove yet, but he is out trying to score. Lavin will end up at third base. And Chang is out at the plate in the rundown. Just got up a little bit too far, and a tremendous play by Shabasteri coming across and making a short hop catch of that, backhanded, and then getting Chang off of third. Williams fouls it down the first base line. 1-1 on Brian. Still has Lavin at third base. Now 2 outs in the inning. Potters have scored once. They lead it 3-2. Swinging a miss. Nice breaking ball by Turk. He's done some really good pitches here. He's been kind of bit by the wild pitch here in this inning. Russell and Dion both moving on wild pitches. Russell scoring on one. Williams takes high. 2-2 on Brian. 6 foot 180. Playing out in right field for the Potters tonight. Chops that one foul at the plate. Chops that one off of Brian Williams, it looks like. He's going to leg that one out a little bit. And going back to third is Jake Lavin. Bottom of inning number 3 here. First game of the season. 33 home dates for the Potters. And then the West Coast World Series and hopefully some playoffs in the PEL as well. Breaking ball just misses. 3-2. And Turk thought he had call strike 3. But he'll have to go again at 3-2. Potters have Tyler Russell on deck. Lavin down the line at third. Hit well into right field. This time it's O'Rourke going back. He's under it and makes the catch in right center. So well hit again by Williams. The Potters score twice in the inning. We go to the fourth. They're on top, 3-2.
Athletes with the opportunity to thrive both athletically and academically. ARC Athletics is currently ranked 5th in the state and 2nd in Northern California. With over 19 sports programs, our athletes compete with the region's best athletes. Our diverse, dedicated coaching staff helps athletes develop the skills necessary to compete at the next level. Start your community college athletics journey with us. American River College, Sacramento's best athletic program. Go Beavers.
Top of inning number 4, Jake Morrell still out on the hill. The left-hander from William Jessup will face Evan Mertz and Vinny Lencioni and Max Shabasteri. Breaking ball, strike inside corner to Mertz, who singled and scored his first time up. So Evan is 0-1 for 1. Out of Sonoma State University. Check swing, that barely misses outside. According to Stones McCoy and the fellows over at the TrackMan, now it's IC, the intern coordinator, Carson, Morrell's breaking ball in the last inning had a 19-inch drop on it, which they tell me is pretty good. Hit sharply but foul down the first base line, barely missing the first base coach, who was number 32, Elijah Aguilar. So, Elijah, take it easy out there. Left-handed pitcher, maybe we'll see him in action this weekend, but you don't want to get injured on that foul ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Riley's going to take a break from running the cameras because of that catch-up. Too much catch-up intake. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away from the catcher. Chang picks it up. He's going to have to hurry to get it down to first, and he guns it down there in time. Mertz is a strikeout victim. That is 4 strikeouts in the last 5 hitters for Jake Morrell. 4 strikeouts on the night, and he's got Vinny Lencioni, who grounded to shortstop. His first time up, got an RBI on the play as it scored Mertz from third base. Knicks got their first run on a double steal and throw into center field, allowed the runner to score from third base. Lencioni delivered the second one with that ground ball, and he takes a strike for 0-1. Vinny out of Sonoma State, listed as a catcher, playing out in left field today for the Knicks, and takes a breaking ball down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, the fastball. He loses the bat, and Morrell gets ahead in the count 1-2. Vinny's going to take his time. You know, if I lost my bat, I would take my time going to get it, too. I wouldn't run over there and get it. I'd take my time, kind of just stride over, think about things. In my case, wonder why I keep saying the wrong team. You know, whatever's on your mind at the time. Two and two. Memo to the dad who keeps trying to get his kid to look out toward the field. His kid's not going to remember the game, sir. Dad, I'm glad you're trying to keep him engaged, but not really going to remember what happens in the top of the 4th here. Ground ball sharply out to shortstop. Winters with the backhand. A long throw over to first. Staying on the bag at first base. Nice job, Ty McGraw. And the second out of the inning. Lencioni almost beats it out. Winters with a strong throw. Just pulled Ty off, but McGraw reattached himself to the bag in time, and Max Shabastari will be the hitter. He popped out to first his first time up. Max out at second base today for the Knicks and hails from Sonoma State University. Cute kid, though, got to say that. And way to go put a hat on that kid. You put a hat on a kid. My mother-in-law taught me that years ago. Don't take a kid outside without a hat on. They're very tender on the top of their head. Dad doing it right. Again, no, probably won't remember the game, though. Swing and a miss. Beautiful fastball from Jake Morrell. Looks, it says it's 86. It looked a lot quicker and probably set up by his breaking pitch, which has been very successful, very effective today for the left-hander. And he's got a 0-2 count now on Shabastari. Breaking ball, a lot of break on that one. Almost hit Max in the back foot. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 teams from, I think it was from Tri-City Little League, the Giants and the Scorpions, escorting the teams out, the Potters out when they were introduced. And the Scorpions were the team that did the race against Piper. Inside, just misses. The batter just misses the inside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But unfortunately, as they were racing Piper, Willie did not play the Scorpions Rock You Like a Hurricane, which he should have. He played the Piper race music, which is what he's supposed to do. 2-2 pitch misses inside 3-2. I suggested the Scorpions. I did not get a favorable response from Mr. Preston, who's the best, so you got to go with whatever he decides. When I put up the Hall of Fame or Wall of Fame here at the Potters, as I want to try to get done this season, Willie will be one of the first inductees, of course. Breaking balls lifted foul back over the tarp here. Tremendous setting for baseball out here at McBean Stadium. Great crowd out here for night number 1, and a lot of people sitting down, a lot of people moving around, going down to the Brick and Barrel backyard down the right field line, get themselves a nice beverage. Used to have a TV set out in there, and it's going to be relocated now. When I get Stones McCoy on the air, we'll talk about that. Swing and a miss. Morrell, very impressive. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 batters in a row retired by Jake Morrell. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Potters on top, 3-2.
Lincoln provides all the charm of small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and compassionate staff available 7 days a week. A friendly front desk staff welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans, welcoming in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
Bottom of the 4th, new pitcher for the Knicks. It's David Skaggs, right-hander out of the College of Marin. So Jake Turk went 3 innings, gave up 3 hits and 3 runs. He walked 2 and struck out 2 as well. And David Skaggs will take over, and he will face Tyler Russell, Kenneth Winters, and Cal Ellis, 7, 8, and 9 for the Potters. They lead at 3-2 here, opening game of the 2025 summer season. Mark the Phantom Low, along with Riley the Engineer, Stones McCoy. I don't know what his title is. He'll probably give himself a title. It's probably just guy who hovers around when he's here and gets as much beer as he can, which is a pretty good title. So here is Tyler Russell, who takes outside. He had a base on balls his first time up. Tyler out of Queen Creek, Arizona, and the University of Arizona. I'm saying Queen Creek, probably a little town. That's just my thought. Down the middle for a strike, 1-1. Shout out to Kevin John of one of the stations, I don't even know which one, who did a little feature on the Potters last night out here at FanFest. So we really appreciate the shout out from one of the best in the business. 1-2 now on Tyler Russell. I walked right by him. He didn't recognize me. And it's kind of, for me to still say something nice about him takes a lot on my part. Inside, almost hit him, 2-2. Out here, he interviewed a couple of players. Larry Fonseca was one of the guys who got in the piece. Also, Eli Garcia. Matt Lundgren was involved, the general manager, part owner, and whatever else he does. He adds a title pretty much every year. 2-2 pitches, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nazario, Ford, Chevestari, and Coletto in the infield. Lencioni, Ruiz, and O'Rourke in the outfield. And Weston Meyer behind the plate for the Knicks. Russell pops that one up out of play. Eli Garcia, the manager for the Padres, his first official game as a manager. He kind of managed last night's Fan Fest alumni game. He had kind of a foot in both camps, if you will. Right down the middle, call strike 3. So Skaggs starts off his stint with a strikeout of Russell and brings up Kenneth Winters, who struck out his first time up back in the second inning against Turk. Lincoln product out of Cal Baptist University, Kenneth Winters. Has quite a contingent of fans out here, as you can hear the crowd going crazy. Stones McCoy down talking to, I think Ann and Doug were the fans who got upgraded to sit in the couch right below us, right behind home plate. So Stones, of course, he's pretty much the ambassador for the Potters. So he had to go say hello, probably introduce himself. I'm Stones McCoy, I'm an ambassador for the Potters. Right down the middle. Skaggs delivers a strike, 1-1. Cal Elvis to follow, batting in the number 9 spot for Eli Garcia and the Potters. Second baseman out of Vacaville. Winters hits it sharply to the right of shortstop. A diving stop by Ford, gets up across the diamond, skips it to first base, not in time. Excellent play by Caleb Ford, but just not in time, and Winters has himself a base hit as a member of his hometown Potters. The 4th hit for Lincoln in this one, and it'll bring up Cal Elvis. Ford with a great stab of it and went to the ground after he made the catch, bounced up very quickly, and I thought smartly used the turf to try to speed that ball over to first base, but just not in time as Winters beat it out, smelling his first base hit. So Kenneth is at first base with 1 out, and here's Cal Elvis. Popped out to first his first time up. Skaggs turns and goes to first base, and it looked like maybe, just maybe, Winters was thinking about taking off. Potters with a couple of stolen bases already in this one, while Jake Turk was on the mound. That's a line drive down the line. That is a fair ball into the left field corner. Winters around second. He'll pull into third. He's going to go for it. The throw is cut off to the plate on a hop, and he is safe at the plate. Winters looked to be in trouble, but the throw was just a little bit off. A good play by Meyer to grab it and come back and try to tag Kenneth, but he is safe at the plate under the tag, and the Potters have their 4th run. An RBI for Elvis. He'll get credit for a 2-base hit. And with 1 out, he is at second, and they go back to the top of the order for Tristan Russell. Good job in left field by Lencioni getting it in, and the cut, the relay was in plenty of time. The throw was a one-hopper to the left of the plate. Meyer went after it and had to go back and try to get Winters, who never stopped. And Kenneth got in there before the tag was applied, barely. And the Potters have another run at 4-2. And Meyer's going to go over and talk to the coach. Maybe he was shaken up on the play. Hopefully not. Hopefully he is okay. But he's going to go into the dive. Might be just an equipment thing too. So we'll see if he emerges quickly or if there's a little bit of changing. Oh, he's going to come right back. So looks like an equipment problem, hopefully all rectified, and a big double by Cole Elvis. First extra base hit of the season for the Potters. Elvis has his first RBI as a member of the Lincoln Potters, and here is Tristan Russell, who has singled and scored in the first, and then he struck out in the third but made it to first as the ball got through the catcher and eventually scored as well on that one. So he scored twice. I think we might have a new catcher. Is that number 10, Riley? Does that look like number 10 to you? I'm going to say that's Gilbert Roth taking over behind the plate.
Now behind the plate for the Knicks, number 10, Gilbert Roth.
So Roth takes over for Meyer. Hopefully Weston is okay. But Roth will take over. Announced attendance from Matt Lundgren, who has now made himself a attendance man. 1,556 fans. Fantastic. Thank you, City of Lincoln and surrounding area in Placer County. Hopefully we've got a couple listening on the or watching on the YouTube to add to that total. Let's hit out into short left center field. Coming on is Ruiz going back to shortstop. A nice play by Caleb Ford to get that one in kind of no man's land, and Russell is retired for the second out of the inning. And with 2 outs now, here's Aiden Diome, the third baseman out of Roseville, California, who has himself a single and an RBI his last time up after grounding out to first on a great play by Coletto over at first. Braden Coletto with a great play. And here's Diome with a runner at second base, and now 2 outs here in the fourth. Takes a breaking ball on the inside corner, 0-1. Easiest way, probably, now if you're watching, you know this, but just in the future, subscribe to Stone's Broadcast Networks on YouTube. That way you'll never miss a game. That's basically the easy way to do it. Swing and a miss by Diome. You'll get alerted whenever we're going live with a game, and you won't miss a game. That's the easiest way to do it. There is a way you can do it from the Potters homepage, but it's kind of an involved way. You've got to go to a different heading and go into that heading to go to the Watch Live. We're trying to make that a little bit easier, but for now, basically just subscribe to Stone's Broadcast Networks and check out 33 home games during the regular season and whatever else we can throw on there for playoffs and tournaments and whatever, and we'll be glad to have you. Unfortunately, I will be doing the games, and so if that isn't to your liking, I mean, we can't just bring Riley in to start doing them. That's not what he does. In the dirt, nice block by the new catcher, Gilbert Roth. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Riley just got a haircut, and it does make him seem a little bit more competent. But I don't think that means he'll just take over every job. Because on the other hand, you got to weigh the fact that he has hot dogs weighed down by a pound of ketchup, which his dad actually applied for him. I didn't know that at the time. Riley says, good job on the ketchup, Dad, but you messed up the onions, which is what you say even if it's not true, because you got to keep Dad on his toes. And that was obviously from Fat Cat. Swing and a miss. So Diome is out on strikes. The Potters score once on the double by Cal Elvis. We go to the fifth. They're on top 4-2.
If you're in need of a seasoned DUI attorney, contact the law office of Samuel D. Burns Incorporated. We are familiar with the laws surrounding your case, and we will work diligently to minimize the negative impact following a DUI charge. With a proven track record, Sam Burns works on your behalf to provide a positive outcome. He's been able to save his clients' driver's licenses and negotiate more favorable terms. Visit our website.
So many local businesses trust Wizix Technology Group when it comes to their office technology. Wizix is a full-service, locally owned company with exceptional service, supplies, and support, which guarantees quick delivery and response times. Copiers, printers, scanners, business phone systems, EV charging, document management, and more. Join the ever-growing list of local businesses and win with Wizix, the largest independent provider in the Valley. Wizix, office technology made easy.
Lincoln provides all the charm of small town, yet still provides access to excellent local medical care. At Lincoln Urgent Care, you can find expert services and compassionate staff available 7 days a week. Our friendly front desk staff welcome you when you come into our brand new facility. Your wait time will be minimal at our walk-in clinic, unlike the emergency room. From broken bones and lacerations to allergies, flu shots, and illnesses, we treat a variety of urgent medical conditions. What sets us apart is not just our central location in Lincoln, but the convenience of our extended hours, including weekends. We've become Lincoln's first choice for urgent care because we treat patients of all ages for a variety of conditions and take most insurances. We're proud to be an approved provider for veterans and welcome in our military patients.
From our family to yours, we're here when you need us.
Top of inning number 5. Jake Morrell still out on the mound for the Potters. He has retired 11 batters in a row after giving up back-to-back singles in the first inning to the Knicks. First inning also where Novato scored both of their runs. They now trail 4-2, and here's Braden Coletto, the first baseman. That breaking ball is in there for a strike again. Coletto followed by Benny Nazario and Nicholas O'Rourke, so it's 6, 7, and 8 for the Knicks here in the 5th. Morrell, the left-hander, out of the stretch. Misses with that breaking ball, 1-1. Oh, that's right, the farmer's fifth. Sometimes Willie has to remind me these. Farmer's fifth means if he strikes, any batter strikes out in the 5th inning for the Knicks, it's half off Farmer's Brewing. Or is it Farmer's Brewing? Is that what it is? Farmer's fifth. Okay, thank you, Will. And we also have the dueling dog batter coming up in this inning. So we could have a crazy, like a solar total eclipse or something. I don't know what that is. Haley's Comet or somebody coming through, or Halley's Comet. Anyway, it's 2-2. Oh, first batter in the 5th inning. Okay. So I misunderstood that. A lot of stuff going on, especially related around beer, which is nice. 2-2 coming up from Morrell. Grounder down to third base. On a hop, handled by Diome. A long throw, and he makes it beautifully for the first out. So not a strikeout, but still an out. Yes, it's just an out, Willie. You got that wrong. Just any kind of out, and you get half off. Any kind of out. I thought so, but you never want to argue with Preston, because he gets very upset if you argue with him. But anyway, it doesn't matter because it's the 12th straight batter retired by Jake Morrell. One out here in the 5th, and Benny Nazario, who grounded out to first base his first time up, will be the hitter. Fastball on the inside corner for a strike. I thought it was just any out leading off the 5th inning. That's what it is. Okay. So he got that, and now we've also got the dueling dog batter on deck in the person of Nicholas O'Rourke. So lots of chances today. That breaking ball misses. 1-1. Ruiz singled and Mertz singled in the first inning, the second and third hitters of the game. Since then, no one has reached base against Jake Morrell. 12 batters in a row retired by the left-hander. 1 ball, 1 strike. Line drive into left field, and of course it happens right after that. It's a base hit down the line, cut off by Lavin, but that's going to be a double. The throw comes in just a little bit late. And the double for Nazario down the left field line. So it can either be the jinx or it could be, it's about time somebody got a hit. I mean, that can happen too. But that does bring up the dueling dogs batter. That's Nicholas O'Rourke, who struck out his first time up. Giving Benny Nazario his due. Chaminade University, he is now 1 for 2. That is just the 3rd hit for the Knicks. But they do have a runner in scoring position with 1 out and O'Rourke coming to the plate. Chopper out towards second base. Elvis has it. He'll go to first. The runner will advance to third base, but a quick out of O'Rourke. No half off dueling dogs, but an out nonetheless, and that will bring up Gilbert Roth for his first appearance at the plate. He replaced Weston Meyer in the bottom of the 4th inning, and he will come up for his first at bat. Meyer struck out in his only appearance at the plate. So Roth is at the plate for his first appearance.
For the first time tonight, after he replaced the catcher earlier, number 10, Gilbert Roth.
So 2 outs, and Nazario now over at third base. And that breaking ball is in there for a strike. 0-1 now. Potters do have some activity in the bullpen. Swing and a miss on the fastball. I think maybe number 25. Riley will check it out for me. 0-2 now on Roth. Swing and a miss. Ball bounces away. Chang picks it up, goes to first base for the out. Good job by Jake Morrell through 5 innings with 6 strikeouts. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Potters on top 4-2.
This job is Esplanade Turkey Creek phases 4 and 5. Our scope of work for this project is full scope, so we've got all the underground, all the joint trench, and all the top side included with it.
We're putting in sewer pipe manholes. We're not doing services yet. We go through and do all the main line, and then we come back and do all the services after that. I would say this project right here, the one we're working on, is probably about a 2-month project. It's very costly to the developer, so meeting the schedule is very important, more important than most projects. It's got a lot of groundwater, so we've got an extensive groundwater pump system in place. It's just cool to be a part of the built environment. We know that for the next 100 years that people are going to use and enjoy what we've created here today.
Bottom of inning number 5, David Skaggs back out on the mound for the Novato Knicks, and he will face Ty McGraw, Aiden Chang, and Jake Lavin. 3, 4, and 5 for the Potters. They lead at 4-2, 1 in the first, 2 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. They have 5 hits off 2 Novato Knicks pitchers. 1 extra base hit, that was the Cal Elvis RBI double back in the 4th inning. McGraw has an RBI groundout and a strikeout, so he is 0 for 2 as Gilbert Roth swings it down to second base to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 5. Eli Garcia's first official game as manager of the Lincoln Potters. A star at Lincoln Little League, about 100 yards over to the north. A star at Lincoln High School, which is about, a half mile behind us. Sierra College, Cal State Northridge, and the Lincoln Potters as well. I think parts of 5 seasons with the Potters. And now he is the section champion winning coach of the Roseville High Tigers, and he is the first-time manager of your Lincoln Potters. McGraw out of Troy University takes outside for a ball. Gardendale, Alabama for Ty McGraw, the first baseman. 6'3", 225 pounds for Ty, or of Ty. Breaking ball, good-looking pitch by Skaggs. A very good location on the inside corner. 1 and 2. Ann and Doug taking pictures of themselves down there because they got to sit on the couch and everything. Actually, that was just Doug taking a picture of Ann, and that's nice. Nice to see that. McGraw takes a ball. 1 and 2. Outfield straightaway and medium deep. Pretty deep in right field for Ty McGraw. Breaking ball's popped up. It should get out of play. Giving chase is Gilbert Roth. And it is on top of the tarp right there over some unsuspecting fans. If that wasn't there, that would have hit him, and he wasn't even paying attention. But I guess that's why it's there, so it doesn't really matter. Stays at 1 and 2 on Ty. Left-handed first baseman against Skaggs. Takes ball 2 outside and low. Followed by Aiden Chang and then Jake Lavin here in the 5th inning. Jake's dad, Mike, who's watching, has already reached out to us on Twitter a.k.a. X. Hit high to right field. That is deep, and that going back is O'Rourke. And it lands fair down the right field line. O'Rourke lost it, and McGraw's going to slide into second base with a double. It was up in the air. It looked like it had enough. It sounded like it had enough to get out of here. O'Rourke went over to the line, and then it dropped. And all the Potters in the bullpen were pointing that it was a fair ball. And McGraw's got himself a double. So O'Rourke looks like he might have lost that one somewhere. It was hit very, very high. And that'll bring Aiden Chang. Aiden out of Roseville and Mount Marty University, we found out was the Lancers, which is tremendous, the Mount Marty Lancers. I will take some swag from there, no problem. Line drive, foul ball down the third base line. Aiden almost had himself his first extra base hit and his first RBI. He has a base hit back in the first inning. He walked in the third. But that one was just foul down the left field line. It might be the first snow cone I saw, Riley. Those giant snow cones that you like so much. That was just a regular medium, I think. That wasn't even the large kind. A large, as a grown man, has to take two hands to carry the large. Popped up. Roth giving chase behind home plate, and he makes the catch. Gilbert Roth stayed with that one and made a fine catch. And Chang is out for the first out here in the fifth, and he'll bring up Jake Lavin, who grounded back to the pitcher in the first inning, then got a base on balls in the third, made it as far as third base, and was stranded there. The typographical error that lists his age at 29 is just, it's a source of much mirth for us. Jake out of Laguna Beach, California. Takes that one, and it missed outside, I imagine. 1 ball and no strikes on the left-hand hitting left fielder, followed by Brian Williams Jr., who's hit the ball hard twice today and has nothing to show for it, 0 for 2. Skaggs throws it back to the shortstop, but there's nobody covering second, and that's where the runner is. So, you know, first game. McGraw, still wondering how he got out there to second base, but he'll take it anyway. Skaggs' pass ball sails outside to Jake Lavin. Two balls and no strikes. Skaggs is going to ask for Gilbert Roth to come out and talk to him about some miscommunication. Wind kind of swirling out there. It was blowing across from right to left. I don't know that that's what they're discussing, but it was a very short discussion. And Lavin steps back in. 0 for 1 on the night for Jake. He got McGraw at second base. Nice breaking ball, caught the outside corner, call strike. 2-1. Not really much you're going to do with that pitch. Perfectly placed by David Skaggs. Tomorrow, 105, same two teams. Same on Monday, 105. That breaking ball misses, so it's 3-1 on Lavin. Then the Potters are off on Tuesday. They come back and play a single game on Wednesday. I think it's the South Bay Storm. That would be a 6:35 first pitch. Lavin swings and misses at that one. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Shot into left center field, moving over, not in time. That's going to get all the way to the fence. Scoring easily is Ty McGraw, and Lavin pulls in with an RBI double, and the Potters are now on top 5-2. Left-handed hitter like Lavin really smoked that one, but it was tailing away and toward the left fielder coming over was Lencioni. I thought he might be able to catch up with it, but it was hit deeper than even I had anticipated. And Lavin has himself an RBI, his first of the season, his first hit of the season. McGraw scores. And here's Brian Williams Jr., who's hit the ball very deep to center and been out and hit a line drive to right and got out. So he might try a swinging bunt or something just to bury it. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1. Lavin, one of the best hit balls of the night on that double. Dancing off at second base, kind of being held by Shebasteri. Williams takes low for a ball. So next weekend, it'll be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 30th, 31st, and 1st of June. The California Red Tails will be the opposition after Wednesday's game against the Storm. Throw back to second base again, and again, the runner not really that far off. But at least Shebasteri was on second base to receive the throw this time. Made it look a little bit more respectable. Tyler Russell on deck for the Lincoln Potters, who now leading 5-2 in the bottom of inning number 5. In the dirt, good stop by Roth behind the plate to keep Lavin from going to third base. 1-1 now. Let me make that 2-1, as the umpire heard me say that and said, no, it's 2-1. I knew he had the earpiece in there for something, Riley. He's checking out Stone's broadcast networks on YouTube. I can't blame him, really. Ruiz in center field, kind of daring Brian Williams to hit it to him again. He's moved in a little bit. Williams takes the fastball, and that's outside. Three balls, 1 strike. Lavin dancing off second. Swing and a miss. An off-speed pitch. Williams a little bit fooled by the pace on that one. It's going to make it a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes now on Brian. Out of Midwest City, Oklahoma. I do not know where that is in Oklahoma. Riley? No? Okay. We haven't been around that much. They throw back to second again, and this time at least the runner dove back in, but not really close. Shebasteri close enough to make the play or make the catch. Stones McCoy in a non sequitur shows up. That's ball 4 on Williams. He'll take the base on balls and go down to first base. First and second, 1 out, and Tyler Russell comes up. He's got a 12-pack of beer in his hand for Busch Light, which I don't even think they made anymore. Oh, jeez. Here's Tyler Russell, Queen Creek, Arizona, the home of our center fielder out of University of Arizona. He has walked and struck out, so 0 for 1 in this one. He's got runners at first and second and 1 out here. It's it fouled right on the Potters dugout, scattering some Potterites over there. 0-1. The thing about Stones is not only does he bring Busch Light, he acts like he's excited about bringing it. You know, you can't wait to have one of these. Yes, I can. I've waited 70 years to have one. Okay, I can wait another couple of months. Jeez. Busch Light. Not Bud Light, Busch Light. Like one Busch Light. That's the Wallflowers. Russell takes a fastball. That caught the outside corner. That's 0-2. Good pitch from Skaggs. Good location. Potters leading this one 5-2. We're in the bottom of inning number 5. Inside, gets away, and the runners will move up to second and third. Wild pitch has been a problem for the Knicks pitchers so far today, and that one got away from Skaggs. I crossed up Roth a little bit too. It wasn't a horrible pitch, but inside on Tyler Russell, who now has a 1-ball, 2-strike count. I think if I yelled out the window, "Free Busch Light," I don't think anybody would even get up. No. But he's proud of himself, very proud of himself. He procured that for the press box fridge. Chopper foul off of Russell, so he'll do it again. 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. And that's a reason not to have kids right there, Riley. Woman's carrying her kid in her left arm and her beer in the right hand, and the kid jostles her and she spills some of the beer. I mean, come on. Russell fouls that one over by the dugout again, and the Potterites are already scattered, so they keep scattering. And we'll try it again, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Carting up that Busch Light seems to have gotten Stones a little bit worse wear physically. He is not really looking that healthy over there. He's getting a text from the Busch Light people going, "No, please. We're trying to discontinue that." Ball 2. As popular as Stones is, he has now revitalized Busch Light. Everybody wants him now. It's what Stones drinks. Caution, Stones is an adult over 21. He is able to drink. I just want everybody to know that. And the way he acts, that's another story. Another story. Runners at second and third. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Skaggs gets the strikeout that he needed. 2 outs in the inning. Still runners at second and third. 1 run already in for the Potters, and then I'll bring up Kenneth Winters. He's got a strikeout. He's got a single. So the Lincoln product is 1 for 2 out of California Baptist University. He's got quite the contingent out here for the first game of the season, as well he should. Local products have long been integral to the growth of the Potters. I mean, Isaiah and Eli Garcia in that first season. Local products. Charles Middleton as well coming out. Brendan Roselle playing for the Potters. Fastball misses outside. Craig Schmidt, of course, one of the greats, one of the all-timers, and many, many more. But always been a part of the fabric of the Potters each season. Zach Chamiso recently, one of Riley's favorites. Chopper foul by Winters. Evens the count at 1-1 on Kenneth. Cal Elvis, who doubled his last time up, waits in the on-deck circle. Potters looking to push a couple more runs across here in the bottom of the 5th. I think we'll see a new pitcher in the 6th inning. I think it might be Peter Jensen who is warming up, but we'll see. Breaking ball stays high. 2-1 on Winters. Jake Morrell has gave up singles to the second and third hitter in the ball game, and after that retired 14 of the next 15, including 6 strikeouts. Winters takes outside. 3-1. No activity right now for the Knicks that we can discern down the left field line. Although that's one of the coolest places down there because the grassy knoll is filled down there. It's a fireworks night, so that's probably part of it. And, of course, all the activity. And now that Fat Cat is down there behind the dugout on the third base side, going to get a lot of people down there. 3-1 pitches, ball 4. And Winters takes the base on balls, and that sets it up for Cal Elvis. Lavin at third. At second is Williams. And now we're going to have a meeting at the mound by the Nevada Knicks. It gives me another chance to mention the Me One Foundation. We talked about this as Strikeout Cancer Night out here. The Me One Foundation want to make Life Scoreboard Me One Cancer Zero. Over 2,600 individuals supported to date. More than 200 volunteers give their time annually. 83% of the budget goes directly to the program. If you want to help, contact Erica Pope to learn more. Erica at me-onefoundation.org. That's Erica at me-onefoundation.org for the Me One Foundation. So here's Cal Elvis as the second trip to the mound as designated by the umpire for, it's like Laszlo Clemens, the right-hander out of the University of British Columbia, UBC, is loosening up. I don't think he's ready to go. He's still loosening it up down there, though. So Elvis up here with the RBI double last time. He popped to first back in the second. 2 outs, bases loaded here in the fifth. Fastball looked good, but didn't get the umpire's approval, which is pretty important in these situations. 1 ball and no strikes on Cal out of Vacaville, California. University of California at San Diego. Stones, maybe it's better that you do stay home most nights. Elvis, little squibber down the first base line. Coletto has it, and he's going to flip it to the pitcher covering for the out. So 1 run by the Potters. They leave the bases loaded. We go to the sixth. They're on top 5-2.
I'm Bill Spear, North Valley president of 5 Star Bank. In a time when business can feel so uncertain, we're here for you every step of the way.
I know they have a lot of bells and whistles within their bank, but just the relationship piece here locally on the business side is huge for us.
5 Star treats us like we're number one. They're right there with suggestions, with help. So I have to bank with people that have our mission in mind.
We're 5 Star Bank. How can we help you?
Situated on the corner of Lincoln Boulevard and 5th Street, this iconic building has been the home to several hotels over the decades, the most famous and longest running of which was the Lincoln Inn. Having undergone several renovations and architectural changes, this building is the current home of Old Town Pizza, which boasts not 1 but 2 floors for your dining enjoyment, including open-air seating on the roof. Stop in for a slice today. Or stop by the Lincoln Museum to see the 300-pound cash register that used to adorn the front desk of the Lincoln Inn. For more great history, visit the Lincoln Area Archives Museum and, by appointment only, take their free walking tour of historic downtown Lincoln.
Top of inning number 6, and hopefully Riley had his stuff together and showed you Piper's dance contest, because that's what Piper does better than anybody else, is he conducts that dance contest in the 6th inning, and we had many contestants. I did not see who was the winner. It might have been that little kid in the Cardinals jersey. I don't know, but he runs a fantastic dance contest. Peter Jensen is the new pitcher for the Potters out of Sacramento, California, which is pretty close to here, and Sacramento City College, and he hits the first batter, who was Caleb Ford. And he will go down to first base. Jensen is 6'1", 205 out of Sacramento, as we said, Sacramento City College. Redshirt freshman over there for the Panthers. And here is Adrian Ruiz, who is singled and struck out. That's going to go all the way back to the backstop. Jake Morrell, 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. He didn't walk anybody, and he struck out 6. And as we said, he retired 14 of the last 15 hitters he faced after a single to Mertz back in the first inning. Only 1 base runner between that single and the final out of the 5th inning, and that was a Nazario double in the 5th. So Ford is now at second base. It's a 1-ball, no strike count on Adrian Ruiz out of the College of Marin. Singled and struck out, 1 for 2. Fastball by Jensen misses at 88 miles an hour for the right-hander. So Jake Morrell, a little shaky start, but man, what a great outing for the left-hander out of William Jessup. That's line foul, right field, down where the parking lot Potters used to hang out. 2-1. Evan Mertz to follow, then Vinny Lencioni as the Knicks parade the top of the order here in the top of the 6th inning. That's lined into right center field. Moving over is Williams. He'll get it on a hop. They're going to hold the runner at third base as the throw came all the way through to the plate. A good throw by Williams. But it's first and third here in the inning as the 4th hit is a single by Adrian Ruiz, his 2nd hit of the night. And that'll bring up Evan Mertz, who has a single and a strikeout so far for the Knicks. Evan, the DH for Novano. So Ruiz at first, Ford over at third. Swing and a miss, a good fastball from Jensen at 89 miles an hour. The right-hander's ahead in the count. No balls and 1 strike. 2 teams meeting again tomorrow, 1:05 first pitch, and also on Monday, 1:05. Swing and a miss on that fastball. I think this is the last time we'll play the Knicks this season. Always like playing them. We play them in the early in the season, but sometimes we'll reconnect with them a little bit later on. But I think this is the only 3 times the 2 teams will meet. 0-2 on Mertz. Grounder out towards second base. Elvis to second for 1, over to first, and they'll pick the double play. So a run will score. Ford coming in, but the 4-6-3 double play well turned by Elvis and Winters. And with 2 outs, it'll bring up Vinny Lencioni. I forgot about the double-double provision. If one Potters hitter, any Potters hitter gets a double during the game, or if they turn a double play, the whole section, the whole row gets free double-doubles from in and out, which is a great, I don't know why I didn't think of that myself. But I think they already got the double from Cole Elvis, so I think they'd already scored. And you can't double dip on that, Riley. Oh and 1 on Lencioni, who's grounded to shortstop twice. The great. No, I'm good, Jim. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm working here. That's my trivia night buddy, the great Jim Russell. All right? He and Karen, that's call strike 3. I can't talk about you anymore, my friend. Call strike 3. 1 run in the inning in the 6th. We go to the bottom of inning number 6. It's 5-3 Potters.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Here in Michigan, we do more than just survive the winter. We thrive during it. You simply can't keep us away from what we love most: great times and amazing beer. The snow transforms the landscape and lays the path for adventures yet to be had. Trails ready to be explored, and freshly groomed hills ready for the first run of the day. And later, as the sun descends, it's time to unwind with great conversation and even better friends. Experience a taste of Michigan winter with Founders Brewing Company, born and brewed in Michigan.
Store, conference facilities, an amazing team helps keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and give back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need. The thing I love about the PR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area. I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Bottom of inning number 6, Potters 5, Knicks 3. New pitcher Laszlo Clemens, the right-hander out of the University of British Columbia, which I've got to find out their mascot, University of British Columbia. That sounds like a cool place to go hang out. Anyway, he'll be facing the top of the order. That means Tristan Russell. Then Aiden Diome and Ty McGraw. Russell has singled. He has struck out and reached on an error, and he has popped out. Struck out and reached on an error was the same at bat. Fastball catches the inside corner from Clemens. Evens it up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Laszlo coming down a little bit on the sidearm as though we have a ball loose in the middle of the field out of the Potters bullpen. A momentary delay here at McBean Stadium. A capacity crowd, 1,556 out here. We thank the city of Lincoln and the surrounding areas, Placer County. Affordable family fun in Placer County, really borne out today. Swinging a foul ball into the catcher's glove, 1-2. Tristan Russell out of Cypress, Texas, and the University of Houston. 6-footer, 195. Clemens misses the outside corner, a tailing away fastball, 2-2. Aiden Diome to follow, then Ty McGraw here in the bottom of inning number 6. Popped up on the infield. The pitcher points at it. That means the shortstop's going to come in. That's Caleb Ford. He'll make the catch for the out. Good job by the pitcher. He pointed at it, but he didn't stay there to try to catch it. He said, I'm getting out of here. You guys handle it amongst yourself, and they did. And here's Aiden Diome, who was grounded out, singled, and struck out. So he is 1 for 3 in this one. Aiden 1 for 3 out of Roseville, California. Watches the fastball miss high. Clemens coming in about 84, 85 miles an hour. Riley, the engineer, trying to tell me something, but he got the wrong team, as he often does. The University of British Columbia Thunderbirds. Thank you, Riley. That was very good information. Thunderbirds or Thunderclaws?